frenzy all night, daydreams. No 18s, take a poem and dirty. Coming out to speak the cone.
Many folks ain't never heard of me, so I'ma introduce myself by using some hyperboles. Waiting for the day I get the silence I deserve. So I ain't talking oxen when I say I just wanna be heard.
It seems like everywhere I go, everybody there trying to steal the show. So I'm here with my plan. I gotta let them hear who I am. I wanna show that now it's my time and today is my day. To make you say dad, cause I'm getting by way.
Welcome, everyone, as we get our first look at the future of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and as always, I'm joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Today, we're going to get a chance to watch the top prospects in the draft battle it out here in the Rookie Showcase.
All the stars of the past March tournament on display here, and no doubt everyone on the floor will be looking to make an impact and turn some heads.
You know, all the focus won't be on the guards, as there are some very intriguing big men looking to up their draft stock.
Should be fun.
Look at the Stars starting group. Davis is out there with Foster, and it's Brown in at the 5 down low. And for the elites, the Beast, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Turner, and it's Gibson in at the 5. Roam in the paint.
You look around the gym, a lot of movers and shakers in attendance.
Yeah, you sure are.
It really lacks there. I mean, they know he really struggles from that range.
Pass to Patterson. Wide open. That's good.
And a nice bonus from him. I mean, if he can rebound like this in the NBA, he'll make a team very happy.
The Beast. Martin inside. Three-pointer. And the basket good. In the U.S. Fly to Europe and play all 5 teams twice. And then they'd be done with their international obligation. Here's the Beast. Connects on the open J.
Fantastic. I think he was saving that one for a special occasion.
Here's the beast. It's good, only a few seconds. McDaniel, guarded by Mason. 5 to shoot. Pulls up, high post. He squares up. Let's send it over to Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark.
Hey guys, well, it was the stretch by the elites that garners the Sprite Spark today. Coaches love when there's no let up on the defensive end and they continue to extend their lead by simply not giving up any points. It's been a clinic out.
Fourth quarter on the court for the Stars. They've got Mason. He's out there with Davis, and it's Brown in at the center, filling out the middle. The beast. Turner with the steal. The elites leading. The beast. Banked in off the glass. A baseline J. Good.
Teeth of the defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's been their main point of attack. I mean, get the ball deep and try to... Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Well, it makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
Some changes for the elites. Patterson's checked in, and Turner's subbed in for Richardson. The Stars making a switch here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's the beast. High post try. Good. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clark, they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
Gets the first. That'll give him a 9-point lead. And so he makes both from the line.
Hello, I'm the head scout for the Golden State Warriors. I want you to know that we're strongly considering you based on your performance tonight with our first-round pick, 11th overall. We'd like to get to know you a little better before committing to you. I'm sure you understand. We have a couple of questions, if you don't mind. We feel like we already have some great young guards on our roster in Monte Ellis and Stephen Curry. Where do you see yourself fitting in with those guys?
Man, playing alongside those guys would be great. I really think we'd be a force to be reckoned with once we learned each other's tendencies. Honestly, and this might sound crazy, I don't know, but I feel like I have a much higher ceiling than those guys. I think you know that as well, and that's why you chose to interview me. I want to take this team to the next level.
All right then, one more. This team has a lot of momentum right now. We went through a rough stretch and had some recent draft picks that didn't work out. With guys like Monte, Stephen Curry, and David Lee, we really feel like we're on the up and up. We like what we've seen out of you, but how do you see yourself fitting in with the team?
I love the talent already on this team. I don't understand how they aren't winning 50 games a season, to be honest. I really think I can complement these players and take the team to the next level. This team's a dream fit for me, man.
Great answers. I really think you'd fit in great with us. Here's hoping we're able to draft you with our pick.
Nice job out there tonight. Your play really impressed us, so much so that we're considering using our pick on you if you're available when our turn comes up. Before we get that far, we'd really like to ask you a couple of questions. Question number 1. I feel like we have our point guard of the future in Brandon Jennings, but I would be remiss to not look at all available options in the draft. How do you think you compare to Brandon?
I like Brandon's game a lot. I really do. Ultimately, I think I'm going to be a much better pro than he is. You know, I've got the physicals, I've got the smarts, and I got the killer instinct necessary to take over a game. That being said, I'm not really interested in coming to Milwaukee and having to fight for a starting role. I'm a better player than that.
Let's see, one more question, if you don't mind. We realize that here in Milwaukee, we don't have the appeal of a Los Angeles or a New York or a Miami. We tend to look for players who would be proud to be part of this organization. Someone who can really take pride in being a Milwaukee Buck. Someone who's willing to spend their entire career as a Milwaukee Buck. Are you that person?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm still so young. I haven't played a single minute in the NBA yet, so I don't feel that I can tell you with any certainty that I'm going to play my entire NBA career for one team.
Thanks for answering our questions. I don't know that we're a fit for you at this time. We'll need to discuss internally. I'll be in touch.
Hello, and nice to meet you. I'm the Director of Player Personnel for the Utah Jazz. My scouts have expressed a lot of interest in you. Before I can give my blessing to use our draft pick on you, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions, to make sure you'd fit in with what we do here. I really think the first piece to getting this franchise back on track is to find and develop our point guard of the future. The point is the one position that can really make or break a team and change the overall direction of the franchise. Looking back at the Hornets, look at what Chris Paul did for that team. We want a point guard who will do the same for us, and we think you might be that guy. Convince us of that.
Yeah, honestly, I think this team's just too raw. I feel like if I came to Salt Lake City, it would be the me show. I need to have some experienced vets around to help me grow and to help me win. I just don't see that happening here in Utah. Sorry.
Okay, last question. Talk about what you have to improve on as you make the jump to the next level. We'd like to see what you think about your game as a whole.
I don't believe in the definition of anyone having a perfect game, but I really don't feel like I need to change my game to be successful at the next level. I think my talents speak for themselves, and I'm not about to go changing my game just because I'm playing against some new, allegedly better opponents.
I appreciate your honesty answering my questions. Best of luck to you in the draft.
Good evening and welcome to the 2011 NBA Draft. Tonight marks the realization of a dream for the best young players in the world, a reward for their many years of dedication and hard work. It's also a time of extraordinary hope and excitement for our fans and our teams. For those of you watching on television in more than 200 countries and territories, and of course to all of our wonderful fans right here, thank you for joining us. I know the young men hoping to hear their names called tonight can't wait to compete against the best basketball players in the world. So let's get started. Of Minnesota. With the 11th pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select the 23-year-old point guard from California,
Here to help you get through the middle of the week, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Doris Burke is on the sideline. I'm in the booth with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Thanks for joining us. This is Kevin Harlan on 2K Sports. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
Well, this contest begins a 4-game set between these two clubs in the regular season. And important games, especially in the divisional standings.
And now the Lakers starting group. Kobe and Artest are the wingmen. Howe and Bynum filling up the middle. And it's Fisher in at the point guard position. And for the Warriors, Monte and Curry in the backcourt. There's Steve. Ironically for the Warriors, some of the best moves the Warriors have made recently didn't involve a trade at all. Like Monte Ellis, for instance, Clark. He was supposedly going to 11 points for Kobe Bryant. Good if it goes. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And the officials do need to look at the replay. You know, the basket may count after all. We'll see. No guarantees this outcome is going to remain the same.
That shot absolutely had to be reviewed. It's going to have a major impact on this game. To the naked eye, that was a very tough decision.
Man, you'd love for the replay to be definitive, but wow, even in slow motion, it's hard to tell if that one should count.
And they're going to count it. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
Yeah, good to see them get that one right. That's exactly why we have this rule in place. And I like it. Each basket is so important.
Poked away.
Boy, you got to love that kind of anticipatory defense.
So with Ellis sitting on the bench.
Well, that's how you cash in. You don't want to waste any time after the turnover. Go at it right away.
Not bad.
The Warriors are putting up one heck of a fight. Second chance points, a major key so far. They've been the first to the ball whenever there's a missed shot.
And Artest backs down. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dives for it. And there's the rejection. The Warriors trail. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And 2 shots coming up.
Oh, that's his forte.
Clark, a lot of missed shots. Neither team looking good offensively the last couple possessions.
Yeah, we've been kind of in screensaver mode here, man.
Here's the Beast. He's covered by Fisher. Puts it up. Nice shot from the wing.
With their perimeter defense saying, listen, all the wide open threes they're getting are killing us. We need to have a lot more defensive activity away from the basket, guys.
Goes up at the stripe and the jump. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
So that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
With your first ever NBA game behind you, what does the future hold for you in this league?
Man, the future's bright. I got a lot to learn, but I intend to put in the work and do everything I can to make my mark in this league. Tonight was a good start. Coach gave me some important minutes, and I tried to go out and show him what I can do. And as soon as he needs more from me, I'll be ready. We got a long way to go, but I'm excited to be here, and I'm already pumped for the next game.